No. It's I tell you. They say the thrill of a lifetime. It was okay. No complaint.
When you got back to the States, could you talk about what you did?
You see, at first I didn't know how to talk about it and didn't know what to talk about. You know. And then some friends, started to talk to me, and I was an anomaly. Geez, look what you did. So the UJA sent me out to make a talk, and I'm a good bullshitter, and so I became very famous. After about a year and a half or something like that, I had enough. And I came back.
Came back to Israel?
Palestine, to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
After a year and a half.
A year and a half or two, yeah, something like that.
How come?
Well, how come I came back?
Yes.
I think I missed it, I think probably missed the action. I don't know, America's one of them. I'm a hero. I'm speaking all over. And I'm getting paid even. On the ship I didn't get paid and I worked hard. This is easy work. But I don't, how, why, what? Must have been a multiple number of things that were bothering me or part of why I moved back or why I came here. And actually I got involved with the Haganah and coming back also, but that's a whole other story. Bringing an American warship here legally, so-called legally, without guns.
That was after the establishment of the state?
Oh yeah. A year and a half later.
It was legally bringing it, or?
Well, we left legally, not for Palestine, not for Israel. We left legally for another country, but it was also a part of that. We had a small crew, a few guys that knew everything, and a bunch of other guys didn't know anything. Yeah, but they were goyim, getting paid a lot of money. We were Jews, not getting paid a lot of money, and that's a whole big story. How Israel got weapons, big thing. But this was the first major warship, brand new ship
from
without
the
guns
States.
from the States. What they call the hell kind of a ship was it? Forget. Yeah, but that was a different. Then I stayed.
How did you get it here?
What?
How did you get it here?
Oh no, legally. I mean, it was a very legal thing. You see, because the ship was sold to a South American company, and in the middle of the voyage, while we're going to South America, it got resold to a European company. And I had nothing to do with it. I was just one of 5 guys who were the mashgichim to make sure we got to Palestine, Israel. And then after we got to the Mediterranean, technically we were sold to an Israeli company. And all the goyim, the sailors, the real sailors, they were mad as hell.
They had no idea. They thought they were going to South America.
That's right. But they were getting well paid.
Because someone knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, and we knew they were getting well paid. We played on that. The few of us that knew.
Right.
There were 4 or 5 of us that knew something. Yeah. So we played on that. Oh, money, dollars, hoors, everything. We played everything. We got the hype. Okay. Didn't hurt the goyim, didn't hurt us. That was the first genuine warship that Israel had. Then they had put guns on it. You couldn't buy a ship with guns. See, America was setting rid of surplus war material. This was the destroyer escort with no guns. But it could go fast. It was a good vessel. Good vessel. Worth millions. They sold it for nothing. After World War II, they were selling everything. So that's the story of the smuggler. had a friend, a guy, you know, a left winger. He can't stand me because, but anyway, very nice man, very bright man, genius. I was with another friend, we were walking, and he says to me, "Oh, Murray, you're a fascist, because I think Eretz Yisrael is ours," and he says, "No, we got to divide it." And he's giving me and he didn't really know me very much. My friend, who I was with, who heard it, was taken aback. The word fascist. He went over, not then, another day, he went over and talked to the guy and explained to him, "Listen, it's not nice what you said. This is what he did." And he started to tell him whatever he knew about me. Next time I met this guy, I know him. I mean, some meeting or something or other. And he wants to introduce me to the people. He wants to be nice. He said, "Meet my good friend Murray Greenfield. He's a smuggler." So I said, "Now you got it right." So there you go. And then we became friendly again. A smuggler. That was okay. Just funny how things happen. He's still left and I'm still right. Of course, I don't know. I'm never sure what the difference is. Because he wants Israel and he's all for Israel and I'm all for Israel.
Sorry. No, I was going to ask, and that calling to help other Jews, that's something that stayed with you your whole life. That's something you continue to do throughout your life?
Well, over here, listen, I've been active in the world of Shia. I'm very active. I like it. It gives me pleasure. I like making a living also, but I also like doing things. Listen, Wednesday I'm speaking at a big meeting.
I couldn't find out for you. Did they call you to let you know?
Oh no, that's the other thing.
Oh.
No. But you're talking about Wednesday?
I don't know. You asked me to ask something at the museum.
That's for the guy, yes. I got to come there for lunch to meet some people.
I couldn't find out for you what it's about. No. I'll try maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll give you more information now. I got it here someplace. Maybe it'll help. Not so well. No, that's something I was called by somebody. Meet them. They wanted me to meet them in Athletes. They want to send cars and pick me up. I said, look, they wanted me to be there Wednesday. I said, I'm sorry, I'm speaking Wednesday afternoon. I got a whole big thing. Okay, Thursday for lunch. Good. Later
But how did you get involved with all the rest of the Machalnikim? Like, how did you start becoming?
Well, I can't tell you how many years later, but I have some friends, and I had a couple of South African friends, and I said, this whole thing of voluntarism in the West, Aliyah Bet, Machal, all this, I said, it's going down the tubes. Nobody knows. We should do something. Well, these couple of South Africans, about him and his wife, sitting up here in this house. So we called a meeting. And we started to find who and what, and it developed. So, it's like a lot of things, but you see in history, you see all kinds of things coming out. Things happen because people do it. And they do it because they want to do it. But then it gets lost in... Now this was a big thing. A few thousand men came. Here we were in the Aliyah Bet, several hundred men. We brought 10 ships. We brought 50% of all the Mapilim out of Europe to Palestine. When they bought the first ship in America, and these were lousy ships, all built before World War I. I mean, really. The people here we're told that we get vessels and we get 1,000 people on it, maybe. 1,000 people. They were getting 100 here on the Italian boat. Now, I can tell you this because I made something and it didn't come out, but this little bit showed up in a recording in which this guy tells it in Hebrew. He says, Biglal Chem. He says, because of you, we had to change everything we were doing in Europe. We were thinking of how to get out 100 here, 100 there. He said, we had to think. Well, you know, there was. If I had done that video good, I made a conference here after the 6-Day War. They came, paid their own way. The ships, everybody paid them. We didn't get paid, and we came to the reunion, we paid our own way, but I put together a reunion and had all these different people speak to us to tell the guys, and over 100 fellows came, who and what they did. They didn't know. They were good guys. They went back to college, went to business, doctors, all kinds of things, and schleppers also. And I got this idea that we should try, and they did. They paid their own way, they can. So they should understand a little more of what they did. You know, they know what they did, but they don't know. And I got all these different people to speak to them. Ada Sereni was one of the chief speakers. I had all kinds of important people. And we drove around the country. We had 3 busloads seeing the country. Well, after all this time, the fellas, we spent time, some spent 3 months, some spent 6 months, some spent a year. Didn't get paid, well, what did we? But no, you did a big thing. I kept telling you founded the Jewish state.
Were you upset that you, I'm sorry. Were you like upset that you weren't recognized, that people didn't know the story?
Well, I was disturbed. I'm not accepted any of these things. I see all the way people develop. If I ever tell you about Beta Tutzot, where I saw things happening, no, I'm not upset. I say to myself, this is the way people are. Everybody takes care of himself. That's it. The Palmachniks take care of their unit. This guy takes care. Everybody's taking care of himself. Every political party's taking care of himself. The overall, there are a few bigger people, and we're lucky. We get some good presidents, along the way. They think overall, and they have to fight. And it's not that these other guys are bad, but everybody knows what he did is the most important thing in the world, and it is. You know, it is. Let's not kid ourselves. So, in seeing it this way, I attempted. I said, these guys should know. They should know. Oh, this and that.
How did it affect the course of their lives?
What?
How did it affect the course of their lives?
I try to get from some of them, get the answers. I think so. Not enough to make them to want to live here. Some came. A few people came. I think it gave them a sense of having done something. I get more. To me, I feel we founded the state of Israel. So that's, But I think they have a sense of having done something in their life. And when I talk to them, they are very proud of what they did. And they should be. Some guys were afraid to talk about it because they had government jobs in America and they thought they were going to lose their jobs. I remember one in particular, Murray said, don't call me, I don't want to know anything. Nice guy, Rosenberg. What's the matter? He said, I got a good civil service job. I do. Good. Why should I?
My uncle.
What?
I had an uncle also on the Ben Hecht.
On the Ben Hecht?
Yeah, and he never made, never wanted to move here. Just, he was happy.
That's right. It's a very funny world, And the guys who were on the Ben Hecht, they were good guys. Good people.
Do you think you would ever move to Israel if you haven't?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You know, I might have gone to work, made a living, but I don't know. I really don't know. And I was lucky. I found myself a job I like to do, you know, like a lot of other things that you. It's.
And your family?
Oh,
Your family, your parents and brothers back home?
I had one brother moved here.
Were they surprised that you moved to Israel after that?
No. Oh. And my parents are very pleased. They even came to visit once. Very difficult. You know, I get on a ship and take 2 weeks, you know. But no, they were very proud of it. They had a good sense towards it. My oldest brother moved here. After he retired from business at 65 or whatever it was, he got his pension. He came here. He wants to live with the Goyim. Moved to Jerusalem. Another brother might have come here. He was a dentist, but he was always very proud of us. He came a few times. He passed away. So. And one brother turned out to be a communist. We stopped talking to each other a long time ago. What are you doing to the Arabs? He was asking me. That was when I stopped talking to him. I said, look, we're giving him a good way of life. We're giving a high standard of living. Nah, you're stealing. I said, didn't want to know him. I stopped talking to him. What can I tell you? Life has a lot of curious things that happen to you. My kid brother, he's not here, he's not there. He's not Milchiks and not Fleischiks, you know. He's been here.